How do you add content to the available media? Well, the first thing, if you notice, if you're in any other playlist other than available media, the plus button is not enabled. That's very important to remember, as we explained before. So if I want to add content, I go to the available media, hit the plus button, and now I have three choices. I can add video or audio, and that video or audio gets added to our back end, multiple CDNs, which then get delivered out to your viewers, images, or YouTube. Now, the difference between the YouTube video and this video and audio is that the YouTube selection is just a reference HTTP web address. That means two things. One, it doesn't get entered into the back-end CDN, and you therefore have no control over it in terms of its location or its status and availability. It's always going to be there as long as it's available on YouTube. And second, it means that it's going to be a reference. It's not going to actually be uploaded to the back end. That's not a problem, and as a matter of fact, there's some advantages to that. You can use the back end of YouTube for it to be delivered, which means their resources are used. However, it also means that you don't have multicasting and a bunch of other benefits that are provided by the back end here, and you don't have control over its quality or data rate. It is what it is. Second option is the images, and again, that's just a reference to somewhere online, an HTTP web address reference, just like the YouTube. Finally, and the one you're going to be using most often, is the video and audio. When you select that, you'll notice that you have a browse and cancel set of buttons and a list that shows here. If you notice, there's name, type, status, encode, and complete. First thing you have to do is select browse on your local computer to the video that you want to make available to the back-end CDN system. So we're going to browse. I happen to have some videos for uploading right here, and I'll select one short one, test upload media. It's an MPEG-4. It will also take FLVs as an option, and if I select that here, it shows that it's ready for uploading. It's not yet uploaded because I haven't pressed the button. But let's say I want to also encode it. What that means is to make it available at different data rates so that people with faster connections can benefit from higher quality, while at the same time you can support people who have lower bandwidth or availability. So if we select 512 and 1 megabits, that looks fine for this instance. We just click on close. And the next thing is we upload, and it'll show you the percentage completed on upload. And then once it's done with the upload part, it'll tell you, it says it successfully uploaded it. Please allow some time for your files to be processed, which means in this instance transcoded. So we'll go OK, and now we can cancel out of this dialog. Cancel just means that you're closing it. Now, if you want to see what's happening with the processing of it, there it is, the two. And they're in the middle of processing. If it hadn't started yet, they would show idle. And it shows you the date and time that it began. And in a little bit, it'll pop up here. If I want to add content without any encoding or transcoding, I do the same thing, make sure I'm in available media, so the plus button is available. And once I see that plus button, I know I'm in available media. And choose to add audio and video just like before. Select the particular content that we want. Let's say we want to do this Bravia one. Go OK, let's open it. And now, instead of clicking on encoding and getting these options, I'm going to make sure that encode is not checked and go upload. And now the same thing is going to happen. This happens to be a big piece of content, and it's just going to go through the entire process. And when it's done, it'll be made part of this up here. If you notice, the content has popped up over here, and you have the ability also to do a refresh and make sure that you're seeing all of the content, but typically it's just going to pop up anyway within about 5 or 10 seconds of the time it's done without you even having to press refresh. But if you're feeling impatient or you just want to make sure, that's always available. Now I'm going to add this last piece of content to our Demo PL1 just like we did before by clicking, dragging, and selecting Demo PL1. And if you notice now, here we are with the 3 pieces of content.